Mark Zuckerberg just published a 6,500-word manifesto promising to hand a personal superintelligence to every human being on this planet. And he did it in the exact same 72-hour window that his own filing revealed the company's free cash flow had collapsed to $784 million. That is a 91% drop. So the pitch is godlike intelligence for all of humanity. And the receipt attached to the pitch is a company that just kept about 2 cents of every dollar it actually earned. Grab a coffee, guys. We are reading the footnotes today, and the footnotes are absolutely feral. Let me tell you what the manifesto actually promises, because it is genuinely something. It is called The Future is for Everyone. In it, Zuckerberg describes a world where every person gets a tutor with a doctorate in every subject, a superintelligent lawyer of their very own, and what he calls invention superpowers. The whole thing rests on 3 pillars. Individual empowerment creates prosperity. Invention, not automation, is the real point of superintelligence. And safety comes from a balance of power rather than any single technical safeguard. It reads like a philosophy seminar written by a man who has never once been told no by a search bar. And look, some of that vision is genuinely lovely if you squint. But vision printed on a page is not the same thing as a method, and this document has roughly the methodology of a fortune cookie that went to business school. So let us do what we always do. Let us gently set the beautiful facade to one side and look at the load-bearing wall behind it. Because Meta reported its second quarter and the top line was a monster. Revenue of $60.8 billion, up 28%, a genuine record. The advertising machine underneath this company is one of the most efficient money engines ever assembled by human hands, and it is still humming. That is the pretty number. Everything downstream of it is where the mood changes. Here is the number that matters. Free cash flow of $784 million, down from about $8.5 billion a year earlier. To put that in human terms, the business generated roughly $31.86 billion of operating cash this quarter, and the artificial intelligence build-out swallowed about 98% of it. Capital expenditure hit $31.1 billion in a single quarter, nearly double the year before. Imagine earning the highest salary of your entire life and arriving home with bus fare, and then telling your family the plan is to spend even more next month. Full year guidance for that spending now sits between $130 and $145 billion. And the profit line finally felt it. Earnings per share came in at $6.18 against a Wall Street expectation of about $7.22. That is a miss of roughly 14% on record revenue. Net income fell about 14% to $15.85 billion, dragged down by $2.4 billion in legal charges and $1.18 billion in severance tied to laying off around 8,000 people in May. Record revenue, missed earnings, thousands of people gone. The market took one look and the stock fell about 10%. Somewhere a spreadsheet quietly wept. Now, we are nothing if not balanced and nuanced on this channel, so I want to give credit where it is genuinely due because intellectual honesty demands it. The advertising engine is not a joke. It is the crown jewel. Meta's Advantage Plus system delivers something like 41% higher return on ad spend and is running at roughly a $60 billion annualized rate. And here is the kicker that makes the manifesto so bizarre. In 2026, Meta is forecast to overtake Google in worldwide digital advertising revenue for the very first time in history. About $243 billion against Google's $239 billion. This company is about to win the single most valuable prize in the entire commercial internet. Guess how many times advertising appears in a 6,500-word manifesto? 0. Not a sentence. Not a footnote. The one thing this company is objectively, measurably the best at on Earth does not merit a single word, whilst personalised recipe assistants get a starring role. That is like a chef with 3 Michelin stars writing a 50-page essay about the theme park he might build one day, and forgetting to mention that he can cook. And whilst we are behind the facade, let me show you the part of the wall that the balance sheet politely hides. Meta reports about $83.7 billion of debt in the tidy public part of its accounts. But analysts now estimate the company is carrying around $420 billion of additional obligations off the balance sheet, routed through special purpose vehicles and legally separate entities. One of them, the structure holding a data center called Hyperion in Louisiana, raised roughly $27 billion, and Meta's own auditor flagged it as a critical audit matter, which is the accounting profession's very polite way of clearing its throat and staring at you. So the real leverage is roughly 5 times what the front page shows. This is financial engineering doing the heavy lifting so the headline can keep smiling. Then, on the earnings call, Zuckerberg floated one more idea. Maybe Meta will build a cloud business too, renting out all that compute to big customers, going head-to-head with the established giants. No product, no timeline, no pricing, no competitive positioning, just a vibe. The market heard more spending and less clarity, which at this point is basically the company's house style. Let us just add cloud provider to the growing list of identities. Social network, virtual reality kingdom, frontier lab, open model champion, smart glasses maker, and now a superintelligence vending machine for 8 billion people. That is an awful lot of hats for a man who cannot decide which head to wear them on. And here is where the vision and the reality gap stops being funny and starts telling you something structural. A company's real advantage is not its slogans, it is the humans who know how to run the machine. So watch how this leadership treats those humans. In a July staff meeting, an employee asked Meta's Chief Technology Officer, Andrew Bosworth, whether the AI productivity gains might allow the company to bring back a bit of extra paid time off. Bosworth called the question, and I am paraphrasing his actual words, very dumb. He then suggested the employee ask their parents what they think of requesting more days off as a career strategy. He later said he was sorry if he had been too harsh and that he thought it was tongue-in-cheek. Ask your parents. To an adult professional. The subtext is not subtle. The productivity gains are for the shareholders, and the exhaustion is for you. The rest of the human footnotes are stacking up too. A New Mexico court ordered Meta to pay $567 million in a child safety case, which is a fascinating time to promise the whole planet a superintelligent personal lawyer, given that Meta's own legal team apparently could not conjure one in time to dodge a 9-figure judgment. And then there is the yacht, because there is always a yacht. In early August, Zuckerberg's $300 million super yacht, the Launchpad, was cruising off Alaska when the Coast Guard broadcast a request to help a 21-foot skiff that had run out of fuel. The yacht was closer than anyone else. A 42-year-old cruise ship, worth a tiny fraction of the yacht, steamed past it and towed the little boat to safety instead. The passengers reportedly booed. His spokesperson said the crew did not hear the call on the channel they were using, and that Zuckerberg was not aboard. Meanwhile, in Louisiana, teachers near one of Meta's data centers received one-off bonuses of around $50,000 from a temporary tax bump. So the empowerment is real. It is just being distributed by accident, in the wake of a boat, rather than on purpose, through a plan. So what does all of this actually mean when you stack it up? It means the manifesto is not really a strategy document. It is a mood board. It describes a destination in gorgeous detail and includes exactly 0 directions for how to get there. There are no research milestones, no named breakthroughs, nor honest reckoning with the fact that today's models still hallucinate, still miss nuance, and still cannot do a fraction of what the essay promises. A beautiful paragraph does not compress a research timeline. Only research compresses a research timeline. And research requires the engineers you just told to go ask their parents about their ambitions. I am not saying Meta collapses next quarter. I want to be precise here, because the honest read matters more than the dunk. The ad engine is still extraordinary, and it may well bankroll this entire adventure long enough for the vision and the balance sheet to finally reconcile. But every quarter that 98% of the cash flow disappears into infrastructure that earns no independent revenue is a quarter spent chasing a future that is not built yet. Whilst the present, the actual, proven, world-beating advertising business is treated like a boring day job the founder is faintly embarrassed to have. That is the tell. When the person running a company finds the thing that makes it exceptional too dull to write about, the company usually stays exceptional for a while, and then, quietly, one resignation and one missed footnote at a time, it does not. Here is the both things are true, the way we always land it. The technology is genuinely promising, and the balance sheet is genuinely wild. The advertising is quietly winning, and the manifesto is loudly ignoring it. A future for everyone sounds wonderful, right up until you notice it is being underwritten by a cash flow chart that just fell off a cliff and a stack of debt hiding in the maintenance closet. Empower humanity all you like, Mark. Just maybe read your own footnotes first. I will see you in the next one, and yes, the bloopers are rolling right now, so whatever I say next was absolutely not meant for you.